So, um, I have a problem. Uh, I have been playing Warhammer for coming up on 6 years, and I have so many points. I've spent so much money in this hobby, and I primarily paint and do the tabletop war game, um, and with some of the lore. And in almost those 6 years of playing, I have never fielded a fully painted 2,000 point army. Yeah, despite having at this point what almost 6,000, 7,000 points of Space Marines, some of which I have painted, a couple of it quite well. I mean, for someone who's just not very reliable painter, um, see if I can focus on that. Like, it's absolute no well, master level, but definitely battlefield ready, right? But I have a bad habit of bringing unpainted models or just primed models onto the tabletop, and I suspect there are many players out there as well that have that same problem as me. And I figure with 6 years coming up of me playing 40K, I think it's finally time I fix that. So this right here, as of, and there's my list. I'll put the details later in the description of the video. So what it's 1:34 in the morning, July 7th, 2025, and this is 2,000 points. So as you can see, some of these models are painted to a degree, one way or another. There's a couple of unbuilt stuff. I have a big pile of shame. I figure as part of this challenge, I had to whittle down my pile of shame as well. But the big focus is doing more painting. So what I'll be doing here is every Sunday giving updates. I guess that the big idea is to create a sort of journal for myself, really, just to kind of record my journey to really put more hours into this hobby. Um, Admittedly, I've been feeling been having some uh, doubts with GW. Um, I God, they're just it's just getting so expensive. Um, Many of the criticisms that people may have about GW, I, 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 I can say I can agree with, but that's kind of left me kind of not as maybe motivated to play the game and build models and paint. But I still love these a lot of these models. I still love the game, and uh, admittedly, I've been putting too many hours into video games, and I just can't help but feel like that's a bit of a shame. Like, don't get me wrong, I love my I love my PC and I love my Steam library and the games and the time I get to spend with friends, but it's it's getting to be much. I think it's time I need to put those hours into something else a bit more healthy for me. Um, so for this week, what's going to look like it's going to be just mostly finish building these models. So I got a couple Primaris Crusaders here. This little neophyte. He's getting his shotgun attached in his head. Um, guy's head is getting attached. Grimaldus. Oh, I can't wait for this model. Good lord, though, I got this guy when it was first released almost 3 years ago now, and I still haven't finished building him. And I primed him, but yeah, that's about it. Got a drop pod. Got 3 of these drop pods for a huge discount from a guy who's, I suspect he was trying to get out of the hobby. And that's not a Razorback. Here's the. So I caught it last summer. It's only one of 3 drop pods. So, oh yeah. Oh man, I definitely have a problem. But well, I figure I can fix that problem by putting more hours in this hobby. I'm in a good spot right now too. I got plenty of spare time. Works in a pretty good spot right now. So another 10 Crusaders to make this 20-man blob. Yeah. So, I'm willing to bet I could finish building all of this week and then do some painting. So, the only concern I really have is a new Black Templar Codex coming out. Knowing GW, they're gonna give this army a power boost, so to speak, which likely will come in the form of points drops. So this probably will not be 2,000 points after that codex drops. I would be surprised if there weren't some big points drops for like the Crusaders, for example. So hopefully it's not too much. Because then I'll have to add some more models, which I'm thinking of adding some Reavers. This maybe not a good decision, but at least in terms of the meta. But well, I'm trying to go for something more thematic. I think something more, in this case, more foot sloggy. I'm going to use the Wrathful Procession detachment to go with that. But don't get me wrong, I love my Land Raiders and everything. I really love my Land Raiders, but I'm in the mood for something with no dreadnoughts, no vehicles, just a horde of Black Templars running across the field. Well, the Terminators aren't going to be slogging, they're going to be deep striking, because that's the best way to use them, in my opinion. So, I just love that death from above. So, but yeah. So, my guess is, and ooh, I suppose that's another reason why I'm starting this project, because um, I've been getting more back into the tabletop uh, aspect of the hobby. There's this nice kid I've been playing with. He graduated from high school about a month ago, and he's been getting his parents got him 40K as a graduation gift. Bless his heart. um, he's already built about 1,500 points. He's been working well on his way on painting his stuff. No, his Tau army. That's the thing. He's been building up to 2,000 points. So I challenged him. Told him like, hey, what we should do is you and me. By the time you end up going to school here, which would be what, August, if I remember, end of August, we should have 2,000 point game where we each bring a fully painted army. So that gives me 2 months. 2 months to, well, paint this. And honestly, I'm probably just gonna end up doing is just the battle ready standard. So like, I don't know, something like this. So that's what, uh, black, white, brown, silver, and red. So what, 5 colors? Like, that's enough. And then the characters are probably going to definitely way more detail for sure. Um, so and then if I hit the battle ready standard, maybe put some more detail into the models I really like the Sword Brethren here. You can expect these guys to get a lot more work. I love these models. Same with the Terminators. These are some of my favorite. So, and the characters definitely, like I said, we'll get some love, extra love, get it to the parade standard. I think is what GW calls it. So, I'm excited. My concern is someone with the classic ADHD diagnosis. That means I get distracted, keep myself on task and motivated to do things, and it's gonna be a lot more difficult for me. So, but well, I think there's some of us who can relate to that. So, yeah. So, be posting every Sunday. Well, I guess that's it for right now.